What do you think is the best form of activism?
If you're talking about direct action, it's obviously ALF style, going into a farm, bulk cutters releasing animals from their concentration camps. But in terms of actually edifying, which is the most common and most practical form of activism for anyone can do without risking their own freedom to get out there and do, it's for a start what you're doing and what I plan to be doing soon, which is getting out on the streets, showing people footage of the atrocities taking place, taking their blinkers off. And second, it's building a great social media profile, making yourself known on social media. It could be digital activism, basically, shooting YouTube videos, writing blogs, writing essays, whatever you want to do that spreads the information out there. I think digital activism is particularly important because of the younger generation.
Yeah.
I think you touched on earlier the people you get in the street who are most resistant to what you do, the old people. Well, young people are so engaged in social media. I don't think we've got a chance of ever making the world vegan unless we use social media as the extremely effective tool that it is.
Yeah.
Kids every day aren't just talking in the street as they used to back in the day to meet each other. They're talking online. They're seeing all these videos online. So if we get all these videos out there, all these posts out there, we have a much better chance of, and it is working. And I think, it's something like, 18% of people under 20 now are considering vegetarianism or are vegetarian or vegan and stuff like that. That's a massive difference to how it was, I'm sure, when you and I were kids. Did you even hear a kid in the playground talk about veganism when you were a kid?
Nah, not at all. My first exposure was my auntie was vegetarian. Oh, there was a girl in high school who was vegetarian, but she was way too tame about it, didn't speak about the ethics. But I could tell that she didn't eat meat because she saw some kind of moral implication involved. But she didn't talk about it, so I didn't understand it. My auntie, I remember asking her, why don't you eat meat? And she's like, I remember her question clearly. Her answer clearly. She said, "Oh well, we can get our protein from chickpeas, so we don't see the need in doing that."
Yeah.
I still didn't realize. I just thought she was weird for choosing chickpeas over meat because meat tastes better. So I was like, I didn't see the implication, the obligation. I didn't see why she was choosing chickpeas over meat. And if she had taken the time to explain it, I believe I would have gone vegan a lot sooner. If anybody had taken the time, I believe I would have gone vegan a lot sooner.
Have you spoke to your auntie since about veganism at all, or is she staying vegetarian? Or
no, I haven't. But I'm sure I'll bump into them in the future, and I'll talk to them about it. I have spoken to the daughter, my cousin, about it, and she agrees with what I'm doing and saying, but she has a self-entitlement there, and she's young, and she has friends who justify it to her, that kind of thing. So it might be a bit hard to get through to her, but through social media, again, through digital activism, we can pump out videos, and they might click on it, they might watch it, and then they may go vegan because of it.
Yeah, it's an incredibly powerful tool, and people shouldn't understate it. You do get people who say stuff like, "Oh, I just posted about it on Facebook, won't do anything. Oh, make your own little YouTube channel. Yeah, see what it does, blah, blah, blah." They are completely wrong. It's the reason me and you are vegan in the first place.
Yeah,
it's the reason a lot of young or youngish people are vegan in the first place.
100%. People like to say that YouTube activism doesn't do much. It's such bullshit. It's funny because Gary Rosky was doing those speeches at colleges and he was converting people, but it wasn't until somebody recorded him and put him on YouTube when he got millions of views, that's when he really blew up and started to convert people on a mass scale. And then he realized that, and now he's retired from doing college talks and just does social media. So it's no one can even debate how powerful social media is. It's definitely the way forward.
Yeah, exactly. And as far as as face to face goes, I think what you're doing is great. And as I say, that's something that I will be taking up in the near future. Is I really want to get out on the street and showing people virtual reality stuff.